Alright, what you just saw was that face you make when you feel like you have let down a whole lot of people. That was Sunday afternoon. The plan was to go up and kind of fly around the county and give the local kids some entertainment for a while because they've been cooped up in the house. Instead, what happened was I blew the launch. Had a bad inflation, tried to save it, overcorrected, my footwork was off, my form was off. You guys can have fun critiquing everything you want to on that launch. It was ugly and ended up with my lines getting wrapped around the prop and shredded. If you look really close, you can see the end of my carbon prop getting cut off and tossed out in the field while the cage collapses. It was beautiful. So as soon as I heard the noise, I had two thoughts. One was I let the kids down because I didn't get to go flying for them this afternoon. The second was I needed to figure out a way to keep the Darkhorse flight going. Because obviously I wasn't going to fly it because there's no way I can repair all that damage. I don't have the resources. Just the way it is. But, so yeah, I sent out a message to one of the pilots to let him know that he was going to have to take lead on the flight. I sent out a message to one of the ground support guys to let him know that I would be riding with him in his truck. And within about an hour, I started getting surprises. I'm going to try to leave people's names out of this because I'm not sure everybody feels about having their name out there, but we'll say, maybe we can go with first names, probably fine with that. Alright? So, Don let me know very quickly that he would send me a check to cover whatever I needed to get my motor up and running if it would get me back in the flight, which was a total surprise. Did not expect that, and I'm very uncomfortable taking things like that from people. I'm not used to it. I'm much more comfortable being on the other side of that equation. Then, probably within another hour or two after I told the other pilots and ground support guy what was going on, I sent out a picture and a message to everybody else to let them know that I just wrecked my gear and we were going to have to do some adjusting on this flight coming up here in about a month. And within an hour of that happening, I got another message from a guy on Facebook, a guy I've never sat down and talked to. I really hope that one day I get to. But apparently he had several different cage pieces for my motor, and he told me to just send him a list and he would ship them out to me for nothing. He's going to give them to me. Mind, these cage pieces aren't cheap. For example, the hoop and net that I crushed, that cost about $450 to replace. Props about $300. Just so everybody has some frame of reference as to why I was not going to be able to fix this all on my own. Also shredded a half dozen lines on my glider, cut off one of the brake handles. In the video, if you notice, you see me toss it down there at the end. That's what you don't see is I'm trying not to puke while I'm unclipping my motor. Sorry, my dog is creating a little havoc down there. Quit. But yeah. So, in short order, I started getting help and offers of help from different people that I didn't expect and I surely didn't ask for. I wouldn't have even thought to ask for this. Then yesterday, another very good friend of mine just shows up in the driveway and puts $500 in my hand, says, "Don't ask where it came from, just take it, fix your gear, make sure the flight happens." Damn it. Never expected to get this kind of support in this situation. I really, to be honest, within the first minute or two of it happening, I thought I'd be done flying for a year or two. I thought that was the end of it. I thought all the things that I had hoped to do for the Darkhorse Lodge, there was no chance they were going to get done now. Things I haven't really discussed with a whole lot of people that I hope to get going in the future, but I figured since I wrecked my gear, that was the end of that road. And now it looks like, thanks to all these people, Josh, Mike, Don, lots of other people, Wildfire Designs down in Gainesville, Florida. Actually, my wing is on the way there right now to get fixed. They have assured me that they can get everything taken care of and turned around in plenty of time for me to get ready to be back on board for the flight. Got a new propeller on the way. Got cage pieces on the way. I've always heard people say when they're in situations like this that it's very humbling, but I never really realized it or understood it until I got there. And that's the best way I've got to describe it, is it's an extremely humbling feeling. I don't feel, no, I don't rate the amount of love that these people are giving me right now to make all this happen. And I also know that they're not doing it because it's me. They're doing it because of what we're all trying to do with this flight, and what the Catherwoods are trying to do with the Darkhorse Lodge, and the fact that it's actually getting done, and it's already showing amazing results in the veteran community. I know that's where their heart is. And I would hope that yes, it means a whole lot to me that they did this. But I would hope that other vets out there, other guys, and yeah, girls too. When you're in the military and you talk about guys, you're talking about everybody. That's just the way that works. So yeah, I would hope that all the other guys that see that, see how many people jumped on board just for me and with this whole endeavor to make it happen. Don't feel like you're alone out there. I understand having bad days. I understand having bad years, for sure. Everybody has them. But you have people out there who care about you very deeply that you don't even know. People who you have not met, and people you will never meet. The guy sending me the frame parts, I'm going to try to figure out some way to get to go see him, to do something, to shake his hand, buy him a cup of coffee, a drink, something. But we've never met. He just saw what we were trying to do and saw where he could help. So all you guys out there that feel like you're really alone in all of this, going through whatever trouble you're going through, you're not. You're not at all. All you got to do is let people know you got a problem. Then you'll find out how not alone you are, as evidenced by my bonehead move. So one thing I'm definitely not going to do with all this is waste it. All these people are willing to give this much just for me. We're going to make it happen. I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the world. You got this COVID-19 stuff going on. Everybody's trying to be safe and responsible here. We don't know what the world's going to look like in another month. We don't know what kind of restrictions we're going to be under. Right now, the restrictions Tennessee's under, we can still fly. We're fine. As long as we're not all packed together in a group, have a huge, large group of people, which we are working on ways to sort that out. Right now, we can make the flight happen. I'm going to start reaching out to airport managers again, since we're about a month out, and double tapping with all of them, making sure that we are still good to go. Find out if there's anything special they need from us to make this happen. I know we're going to have some special considerations. Sorry, truck just drove through my big sound studio. But yeah, we're definitely going to have some special considerations in getting this flight done, but we're going to find a way to get it done. Right now, the dates are still set, March 15th to 18th. If for some reason we have to push it back, we will, but we'll make it happen. Right now, we're staying on schedule. I've talked to the bikers, I've talked to other pilots, talked to the ground support guys. We're all in. If we have to push it back, we'll do it. But we'll still make it happen. Because just like all this other craziness is going on in the world, all the reasons that the Darkhorse Lodge is important haven't changed. All those people are still out there. They all need help. The world is still rolling on, even though it may not feel like it if you're trapped in your house right now. The problems that showed up before were still the problems we have now. You just have the added difficulty of all the restrictions put on by this situation. So we're going to keep working to fix it. And if all these people are willing to put out so much effort to help me, then I am for sure going to match that effort with everything I'm doing going forward. Yeah, so that's what I got, guys. Sorry it's kind of down and dirty. Just got off work. I'm looking pretty rough. But I wanted to get this out there, and I wanted to say thank you to all the people who are working so hard, especially to fix my mistake in the last few days. It has absolutely blown my mind how much help has came out. And I don't have the words to say thank you the right way, so you're just gonna have to take the best I got, which is thank you, guys. It means more than you're ever gonna know. And I'll see you at the starting line.